have a little tune in mind reminding me that girls just want to have fun. So, how fun was that?
I never had such a good time while being grounded.
I think your dad would agree.
You were right. His Hazardous is ready to leave now. He is there. He talks to me in my dreams. He wants something, but it's so hard to remember when I wake up.
Walk with the odds, Jan. Your heart is my armor. My heart is forever yours.
I'm, sorry for your loss.
Don't be sorry. Be happy. Jan's Hazardous has finally reverted. May his essence shine with the eternal flame of Yod Fey.
Hey, Shauna. How's it going?
Meh.
Yan wasn't here to make a warrior out of you. A father just wants his kid to be happy. Sorry you didn't have quality time with him when he was alive.
That's okay. I'm happy that he finally will revert. Thank you, Ulukai.
Stay out of trouble, kid.
I'm already in trouble.
The kids are all right. Hey, another one on my favorite playlist. Anyway, they're willing to ring the bells. All right, let's give it a shot. Bring the bells down.
Oh no, the children would start messing around with them. We need to find another way.
How about I shoot them instead?
Shooting the bells? You're intense. I like that. Follow me.
Hey, Saren. What's going on?
Whole lot of shaking going on.
What did you just say?
I don't know. I just thought it sounded good.
Can you help me with the Katamon song?
I can show you how the bells of Melia work. Do you want to start a lesson?
Should've got my band back together. Hi, Saren.
Oh, it's you. Bless the yods.
What are the bells of Milea?
Wow. Do the yods tell you anything useful? They're just the most famous musical instruments in all of Adelpha. Rumor has it they were made by the ancients. If you play them right, they create a pure harmony that can make your essence vibrate. Not hard to learn, but ringing them takes quick reflexes. I'm going to be busy with the Helidium therapy, so you should teach the kids.
Helidium therapy?
Yeah, luminotherapy sessions. Hello? I hear you're bringing in some white Helidium, right? White Helidium stores the energy of the moons. And since the spear blocks everything from reaching us, including moonlight, this therapy is going to provide a huge boost to female morale. Everyone wants one. We're booked solid.
Memoirs of Cutter Slade. Navy SEAL, world saver, and music teacher. Not sure that twist would sell well, but okay. Let's talk again later.
Sure. Bye.
What's up, Moore? Find any new climbers?
No one as valuable as Doc.
Someone in Kezar asked me to provide the island with enough Morags for the next Okastock. Can you help?
Outcast? It's been a while. But when Kezar calls, we shall listen. Go to the treetops and harvest what you need. Outcast is good news, and a sign that things are slowly getting back to normal.
I don't see anything normal about it, but I am just a visitor.
Of course, it could also be a giant slaughter of all our males and females at the same place. Not to mention the children. The end of the Talon race. Hopefully the spear will protect us all, while we're on the island.
Catch you later, Moore.
Much later, okay?
Martso, I got some of that stuff you requested.
Let me see.
I need a fresh batch of lampe ASAP. It's for the Okastock Festival.
Outcast. This one's on the house. I'll send a shipment right away. Yachts. We waited for this festival long enough. It's gonna be epic.
Rock and roll then. I'll let Nephiim know the lampe is coming.
You send my best to Saren. I can't wait to see her again. See you next moon.
Now that's enough lampe to forget the invasion for a while. Should be enough Morags for Okastock. Hi, Nephiim.
How is the preparation going?
Is that enough Morags for you?
I guess that will do if you don't eat any. Leave them for the guests.
I've spoken with Martso and Bida. The lampe is coming.
Wonderful. Is Marzo attending Okastock?
He wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yikes. Then maybe I didn't order enough lampe. We'll see. Anyway, Saren is the one who should be the most bothered by the news, not me. Thank you for your help.
Are we good with the drinks?
Not exactly. Now, could you be a cute little ventalope and ask the Almael to sing the Gaiat song? It will infuse love energy into the drinks. Thank you.
Okay. See you, Nephiim.
May the Yods be with you.
It's me again.
So it is. The same message, unchanged.
So I found lampe for the big fest, but I'm told it needs some of your power to make it all, you know.
If you mean that the drink must be infused with the Gaiat song, then yes. The Almael must sing.
A love song. Right. Take it away then.
The Almael. I can't.
Not inspired, huh? That happens to the best of us.
The dissonance of the message. It brought too much Sankra to the Almael's voice. Are you capable of love, human?
Am I capable of... What kind of question is that? Yeah, you know, I'm capable. All the ladies say I'm extremely capable. There was this one time... Huh. What the heck? It's all blurry and... I can't remember.
You have reverted without most memories from your previous life.
And I don't want them all back, but at least... some?
To compose a Gaiat song, I need to hold a memory that touches feelings, but I can't. Sankra is cloaking my mind. I need that memory to come from you.
So you need a memory for me that's like heartfelt? Okay, well, heartfelt. Camilla, 7 years old, braces, big smile, but damn, I'm losing the memory. I can't hold on to it. It feels like a door slamming in my face. Can you help me unlock it?
Use the Daoka and come back with an echo from your past. There must be one waiting for you. Go.
I have to go now.
For now. The Yods are waiting.
What do you mean, like a gift?
Yeah. My friend's daddy always brings her a present when he goes on a trip because he loves her. But that's all right. You don't have to.
Camilla, you know I love you. With or without gifts. Right, baby girl?
I love you too, Daddy. That's why I said you didn't have to. I know.
Everything good? You look even more serious than usual.
The Almael's dissonance is a sign of Sankra. The songs of Melia are half sung for the first time in Talan history.
What's wrong with your sister? She lost her voice or something?
She is busy with other concerns.
Can you use the way I feel about Camilla to compose the song?
Yes, thank you. Hear the Gaiat song.
Oh, wow. I feel dizzy all of a sudden. What a beautiful voice. She is very beautiful.
Oh my. I don't think any male has ever heard the Gaiat song straight from the mouth of the Almael. Are you all right?
Yeah, I think so. That was something else. I feel a bit high right now. Hi, Saren.
Oh, it's you. Bless the Yods.
Can you help me with the Gaiat song?
I can show you how the bells of Melia work. Do you want to start a lesson?
Should've got my band back together. Should've got my band back together. Nice, Melanie.
I did everything Nephilim requested.
Thanks to you, Akastok is just one calling away. Accept half of Kizar's Daramon, a token of the Almael's gratitude.
Wow. I mean, that was one hell of a touch. I mean, it feels like there's no word for this.
Then let your essence listen. Can you hear it? Nazareth.
I should collect the other half of the Almael's medallion if I want to put the Daramon together.
Can we talk?
The Almael sees you.
It was good talking to you, Almet.
Walk.
Come to daddy.
What's this? weapon module. Nice. There's a pipe. Hello, Shamaz Nemet.
You returned.
Can you heal me?
Brace yourself. The odds guide my hands.
Take care, Nemet.
Slate, it's me.
Who else could it be? You said we were not exactly friends, but you're the longest human relationship I've had. Forever?
Stop talking. Damn it. I gotta go.
Hey, are you all right? I'm not trying to get in your business, but be there? Answer me. New coordinates. Where are you leading me this time? Fine, ghost me, I don't care. I got other friends. Maybe a friend and me can even scope out this place together. Slade to Liaz. Come in, my friend.
Yes, Urukai?
Have a look at your map. Want to meet at these new coordinates?
Why?
Do we need a reason? How about discovering something new? Sharing an experience. It's called, bonding between friends.
I'm busy tracking an invader convoy right now. Maybe next time.
Sure. Sure, yeah. Next time's fine. Can you at least tell me something about these coordinates?
That looks like Mazem's cabin. Mazem is an old hermit, isolated from the villages. I hope he's not in danger. Could you check on him, Urukai?
I'll pay him a visit. Slade out.
Do you need a Gandali pot?
Don't be scared. I just want to show you something.
Mese agakamon utu. Merim ate maya jonoyo. Ate exawata.
I don't understand you. But maybe you have seen this man?
Looks like I'm Adelpha's most wanted. Hey, Mazoom.
Welcome back.
The invaders were here?
One of them, yes. Looking just like you, only better.
Right. What did that invader want?
The invaders are looking for you. I saw I think the correct Agakamon word is picture. And yes, it looked just like you.
So, what did you say?
Oh, I'm old. I keep rehashing old stories to kill time, you know? Do you want to hear the one about the Sangra tablet? A fascinating puzzle, that.
Somehow I do remember that one, yes. Why this and not the rest? Anyway, did you answer the invaders' questions about me or not?
Oh, don't worry. I didn't reveal the most important thing.
What is that?
The second piece of the picture puzzle. I know where it is.
The picture puzzle? You lost me.
No, I didn't. You're right here in front of me, silly. And you are one piece of the picture that I saw. The second piece I saw as well. It's in the Unukai Museum in Procreana. The two pieces of the picture puzzle form one.
Thanks, Mizum. I will meditate on that. See you next time.
No problem.
Ooh, you're really gonna hate me now, circus bots. The whole battalion, huh?
helpful and oh so harmful. Gotcha. Locked.
best of me. I'm here.
I'm sending you new coordinates. You want to reach this location ASAP.
I got a lot on my plate, soldier. What's this about?
I don't know, but the general himself is en route. Whatever my people found in that town, it must be important.
All right, I'll have a look.
Stay clear of any Alpha officer. Jack Burham wants you alive.
I'm a Navy SEAL trained in advanced surveillance and stealth techniques. No one is catching me alive. Nor dead. Slayed out.
We found more of these, but none of them are functional.
Another rebel trying to copy our weapons. Embarrassing. We have to eliminate this savage before he gets it right. He's got to be here somewhere.
Jack Borum.
Search the perimeter!
Okay, well, that's my cue to get out.
Don't move!
Really? How did you spawn right behind me?
Caught an intruder!
Hey, Jack. We gotta stop meeting like this.
I don't understand. How many of you are here?
Tired of offing me, huh? No matter how many times you try, I'm gonna get my daughter back. I will never stop.
Shoot him!
You already fooled me once. Twice. No more.
Hey.
Huh? Camilla, talk to me. Goddamn piece of junk isn't working. You know where my little girl is?
Forget about her. This will be over soon, Slade.
Not until I say so, coward. Hello, Kureg.
I'm writing a fascinating scroll about the Galenta. As soon as I'm done, I'm going to shove it in Rifar's face and remember his reaction for the rest of my life.
See you later.
It's not...
Ulukai? Did you call me?
Liaz? No, I was on another call with... forget it. Well, what's up?
My Dolotai guardians told me of the battle in Procreana. Are you alright?
Yeah. The invaders were here again. They think someone in Procreana is manufacturing weapons, or rather, trying to copy theirs.
Impossible. The recreators were exterminated. Every last one.
I wouldn't be so sure.
You have to investigate further, Ulukai. Someone in Procreana must know something.
You're right, but let's not discuss this topic on the comlink. They may be listening. Just lay down. Hey there.
With the right ingredients, a Gandalapod can always help. Even in Procreana.
Hi, Nurkan.
Have a souvenir. It's free.
As a recreator, you manufactured weapons for the Dalatai Guardians, right? How did that work?
After the Ulukai left Adelpha, the Recreator Guild ordered all its members to regroup in Procreana to work on old weapons left by Feyran and the dismantled army of Croax. It was an ambitious project, and we all knew the risks. We could recreate most of the weapons, but only Talans with the Fey essence, such as the Dolotai Guardians, could shoot them.
And it wasn't enough.
The invaders have more sophisticated weaponry. The Dolotai Guardians alone were no match for them. Their guns could barely scratch their metal. They should have waited, thought of a better plan. But Jan was so determined.
Would you be able to modify the invaders' weapons for Talan? Any Talan. No matter their essence.
It would be a challenge. But this is what recreators do. And this is what Hume would have wanted. So yes.
Okay, look. I have an idea, but we're gonna need backup. Did anyone follow you here?
I came alone as instructed. Why did you want me here, Ulukai?
To show you this.
The invaders are machines. I already know that.
Yes, they are, but there's more. I found a recreator, the last of his kind. And he agreed to recreate invaders' weapons for the Dalatai Guardians, enough of them to level with these robotic monsters.
Yods above. This is a big moon for the Talans.
I know, but we'll both have to work for it, so I'm gonna need you to gather up more parts like this one. All you have to do is pick the bases clean after me. I'll leave plenty of these behind.
Who is the Recreator?
Look, I can't tell you yet, but he gave me secret coordinates for the deliveries. He'll take it from there.
I trust your judgment. I will brief my people now. The wind of battle is turning. Well done, Ulukai.
Hi, Nurkan.
Have a souvenir. It's free. I hope.
Hi, Nurk.
Have a souvenir.
So this used to be your partner?
Hune. Yes. His Hazardous is here to encourage me. Hune threw everything he had into the battle against the invaders. He won't find peace and revert until I finish the fight for him.
All by yourself? Hune is asking a lot. You'll need more than encouragement, Nurkan.
Isn't that why you're here? Together we can help Hune achieve his destiny and finally revert. I believe in you, Ulukai. And so does Hune. His Hazardous speaks to me. I hope to see you soon.
Hi, Nurk.
Have a...
Let me see what...
I've been...
Hey, Shamaz Yizo.
Who do we have here?
Can you be serious 1 second and heal me?
Okay, don't move.
Okay, signing off.
That's not even funny.
Slave, did you meet anyone at the rendezvous point?
Kind of. But I couldn't make it on time. What happened to you?
The General has increased security. He suspects a mole and I have to be careful. Wait, almost there and... Yes! I made it.
You made what?
Neutralized another quantum fence. Tough one. Marking the location on the map now. Need to continue this discussion later. I gotta get out of here fast. Signing off.
Move it, Slade. They're coming. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. Hi there. I'm Cutter Slade.
Welcome, strong and confident pilgrim. I'm Kor, the Shamas of Palana, and keeper of the Ka Darosham.
I'm collecting scrolls for Procreana's librarian, Krurak. He's rebuilding the Dano Library in Procreana. Maybe the one you're reading is one of them.
Ah yes, Keurig. Not the most open-minded fellow. Yes, I borrowed it from the library, actually. 90 Shades of Ka.
Great. Can I give it back to him?
Well, the late fees on this must be tremendous.
What is this place about?
What kind of pilgrim doesn't know about Palana? The special kind, I'm sure. But did you know that the town is built on the roots of the essence vine? This is why Talans are coming here to surrender their essence to the Yards.
Question is, where do I go from here?
If you're seeking direction, I suggest you talk to Hirax, Palana's master of ceremonies. I warn you, he's not as charming as I am.
What's wrong with Hirax?
Poor Hirax. Even a Shamaz can't heal the wound inside him.
Is it in his head?
If you mean his mind is about to break, then yes.
What happened to him?
As the master of ceremonies, not being able to help the needy Talans and Hazardesses has taken a heavy toll on Hirax. He grows more depressed every moon, and I believe he feels responsible for some of the latest incidents.
Incidents? What kind?
You have to understand, Hirax was once such a beacon of light that pilgrims from all over Adelpha would seek his guidance.
I'm here to help. Do you have anything for me?
I could tell you the tale of a poor harvester from Emia who was deeply in love with a widow of a Dolatai guardian. His name was Tuyol. Tuyol was still young, but if the widow rejected his love one more time, he pledged to revert at the Ka Darosham, whether active or not.
Sad tale. What happened to Tuyol?
Hirax told this poor harvester that to seduce his love, he had to offer her frozen flowers from the highest mountain's peak. Tuyol ran off at once, totally unprepared, and never returned. Now it is whispered that Tuyol's Hazardess is trapped on the mountain, and his anger is causing the terrible ice blizzard that has been reverting so many of our people.
Where can I find the Ka Darosham?
Like the air it represents, the Ka Darosham has always been invisible. But alas, the invasion has now made the Darosham non-existent.
How can you tell the difference?
Look down at the bottom of the cliff over there. You'll see poor Hazardesses tormented by their tragic fate. They were once proud Talans who decided to revert without knowing the difference between what is eternal and what is no more. I'm here to prevent more Talans from jumping over the cliff until the Ka Darosham is restored and I can be its keeper again.
Goodbye, Kor.
Until the next moon.
Sorry to disturb you. May I have a word?
Turn back, pilgrim. You came all the way to this Yod's-forsaken place for nothing.
Woke up on the wrong toes, huh? I just want to talk.
You bet your tiny head you want to talk. I'm Hirax, master of ceremonies. Pilgrims used to line up to hear my sermons. Now, Palana's an empty shell of its former glory.
Can we talk about Tuyol?
Tuyol? Romantic to a fault. I only wanted to help him. Poor Tuyol.
Show me where he is, and let's see what I can do. I don't see anyone queuing here. Where are the pilgrims?
Probably waiting for someone to fix our Daoka. Or is it already fixed? Not my concern. Pilgrimage is supposed to be a long journey on foot.
What are the pilgrims seeking here?
Probably what you're seeking. Answers. I used to have them all. But those were better moons. I'm not as inspired as I used to be.
At least there's no invaders in town.
But so many Hazadesses, all unable to join with the Yods and turning the essence vine dry. The invaders are reverting a lot of our people to impose their dominion. And yet, in such violent times, where reverting ceremonies are needed every moon, my last ritual was performed thousands of moons ago. I am useless.
You seem perfectly fit. Start getting things done. Get to work, my man.
Boy, you got less brains than a Zort-flavored bowl of res. Can't you see? The Darashams are closed. Legions of tormented Hazadesses are stuck in between worlds. I have nowhere to guide them. I couldn't save the Essence Vine. I failed in the eyes of our Yods.
I hear you used to be more inspired here, Axe. What happened to you?
You only become a master of ceremonies after a life of pilgrimage around Adelpha, collecting stories and wisdom from all over the world. It's a sharing process that enriches my 4 essences.
4 essences? I thought every Talan is only supposed to have 1.
Yes, that is the law of the Yods, but once every life cycle, a male Talan is born with 4 essences and raised by the Almayel to become the next master of ceremonies. It's an important responsibility to be a good caretaker and a beacon of wisdom for my people. I lost most of it after the invasion.
There are all kinds of ways to be inspired. Can't you read a scroll or something?
Inspiration comes from hearing the last words of a Talan who's decided to revert, or understanding the purpose of a Hazades's life. With our villages isolated and the Darashams closed, the weight of failure is too great.
So while other Talans here are the keepers of the Darashams, you are the keeper of the Essence Vine?
More of a caretaker, and not a good one. The origin of its roots are under your feet. With the devoted care of the Master of Ceremonies, that's me, the vine is meant to stretch as far as a Talan can measure. That's how it used to be. Back in the moons.
But judging by the long face, you don't get a kick from your gardening job anymore.
Without reverted essences, the vine suffers. It is now shrunk to its most critical bastion. And I don't know if I have what it takes to heal its core. I feel I don't. I know I don't. The Essence Vine needs a new caretaker. Someone who has the strength to revive its immense power.
About that power, could it be used as a weapon against the invaders?
You could, if the balance was restored and enough essences were reverted through the 4 Darashams. The vine would be our strongest attack against the oppressors,
But what?
the Darashams are out of order. Another disaster we can blame the invaders for.
So how do we fix them?
Speak to the Darasham keepers. They should point you in the right direction.
Bye here, Axe.
By yourself.
You're back for me. Exciting.
Why don't you restore the Darasham?
To do that, I would need to travel to the Ka Temple and retrieve the Ka Codex, which I can't. But even if I did, it wouldn't be enough.
What about using one of those sweet beacons with Oru's gun? Meaning you got a bigger rock in your shoe? Let me hear it.
What an odd combination of words. I'm referring to the smoke coming out of the invader's factory. It's so thick that it suffocates the car essence. Sometimes we can't even see the moons anymore. The imbalance not only affects the Darosham. I can feel my healing abilities regressing. Every Shamaz is concerned. I would shut down the factory myself if it wasn't so heavily defended.
I guess picketing protesters won't do the trick, huh?
The smoke may be clouding your reason, Pilgrim. You keep speaking in meaningless sentences that confuse and, dare I say, slightly tease me.
Enough said. Show me the factory, and let's get this over with. What's a codex?
Once per cycle, the sacred codex is brought back to the Temple of Ka so its energy can be replenished by the yards. This energy, in turn, powers the Ka Darusham for a full cycle.
So the codex never made it back from the temple?
After the Darushams closed, our chief, Rumbar, ordered every codex to be returned to their rightful temple so they could remain in the almighty protection of the yards. They haven't been seen in Pilana since.
Here's your codex. Watch out. It's blowing hard in there.
I thought I would never see it again. I feel its energy boosting my essence. Thank you, Pilgrim. This will help me to restore the Ka Darosham.
The factory. How is it different from the other invader bases?
It produces an obscene amount of smoke that not only destroys the land, but poisons the air.
I'll show them how to quit smoking.
I'm always sad to see you go.
Are you the leader of this place?
I am Rumbar, chief of Pilana. And you are?
Wait a minute. Did you just say your name is Rumbar?
Son of Tequila Bar. Yes.
I love you guys. Place is pretty quiet. What are you doing all day?
The Darshams are closed, but a few pilgrims like you are still arriving. I listen to their tales and keep track of the Hazadesses they encounter during their long journeys.
Hazadesses are like spirits, right? Or souls? Are there a lot of them out there?
Unfortunately, yes. I locate the Hazadesses and send my people to guide them back to Pilana, in the hope our Darshams will open once again. Have you met any tormented Hazadesses yourself?
How can I help the Hazadesses I come across?
If a Hazadess is lost, it only takes some Hazadav to guide it to a Darsham or an Essence Shrine. However, some are stuck at a location, and it will take more to solve their life goal. Every case is different, so you will have to find out for yourself.
Hazadav. Sounds important. What is it?
It's a sacred incense that burns in between worlds. We use it to guide lost Hazadesses to a Darasham, or to an Essence Shrine. Our Master of Ceremonies, Hirax, can make it, so speak to him if you need some.
What is this place about?
Pilana is the ancient word for pilgrim. The town is built on the roots of the Essence Vine, which makes it a sacred destination for every Talan who is done with his life.
We only got grapevines where I'm from. I would give a lot for a glass of wine right now.
Most pilgrims who are visiting Pilana have lost their way. Some have lost their mind. You seem to be the latter. Maybe you should have your head checked. Or speak with Hirax and see if he can make sense of what you're saying.
Do you think your town has what it takes to rise up and fight the invaders?
Like the Dalatai Guardians did? No. Their Haziduses are scattered across the planet, waiting for a reversion that may never come.
Sorry to hear that.
It's a disgraceful end for Talan. I don't wish it on my worst enemies. I hope we won't all end that way, separated from this world, unable to return our essence to the Yards. Talans don't fear reversion, but this is different. This is eternal damnation.
I'm interested in the essence, Vine.
Hirax could tell you more about it. He's the elected caretaker of the Vine, and the only Talan I know who's connected to all 4 essences.
Farewell, Chief.
May the odds be with you.
Cheer up, Hirax.
Having the time of my life. As you can tell.
Hazadav. Yeah, sounds familiar. What is it?
It's incense with a scent only Hazadesses can smell. Drags them to wherever you have to guide them.
So it's bait. Okay. Can I get some?
I stopped making it when the Daoka went down. Why attract more Hazadesses to Polana when there's no Darashams to pass through?
Can you make some now?
You're persistent, huh? I can't make Hazadav without some Meliorats, which are sacred flowers found in Kizar. If I had those and some sap from Z-Dogs, then maybe I could whip something up. This moon will never end. I see shopping feet.
Hey there.
What can I do for you?
How can I help you?
I've just received notice that the latest batch of weapon parts has been delivered. Now would be a good time to go see the Recreator.
Finally. Your people did a great job on this one. I'll get back to you as soon as the weapons are ready. Slate out. Hi. Can I have a minute?
Of course.
Ulakai, did you secure any white helidium for the Almael?
I'm on it. Wait for my signal. Liaz? Talk to me.
I'm a little busy deciphering new symbols we found in the Elue Temple. They're fascinating.
Speaking about the temples, the Talans didn't build them, right?
The ancients must have used special techniques to raise the 4 temples. They didn't share their technology with us.
How often are they used?
There are no codex ceremonies anymore. It has been the only activity in the temple since Palana was built. The mountain village gathers the 4 essences in one unique location.
And yet the Yods chose a temple to bring me back here. I wonder why.
The Yods speak in mysterious ways, Ulukai. I have to go now.
All right, I'm gonna go after the Codex, so I'll have a closer look at the place.
Adalpha surely needs its Daroshams. Good luck. Liaz out.
Thank you for the spare parts. They were really useful.
Don't thank me. You should trust the Dalatai Guardians a bit more. Liaz is on our side, you know.
Trusting them is what got Hune reverted. I prefer to remain anonymous. Anyway, they are ready.
That's impressive, Nurkan. Good job. Liaz, I got good news. If you come to the same secret coordinates, you'll find a batch of usable weapons waiting for you and the Dalatai Guardians.
This could change everything, Ulukai. I'd like to meet with the Recreator to thank him in person.
I promise to protect his identity. He's being very cautious after what happened to his friends.
I understand. Thank you, Ulukai. The Dalatai Guardians will equip shortly.
And Liaz, please be careful with that stuff. I'll show you soon how it works, but it's next level. Slade out. Hey there. I'm Cutter Slade. Who are you?
The name's Nadul. I'm the former chief of Desan.
Who's the new chief?
The invaders? This village is now an occupied state. Anyone who comes here must be stupid or asking to be reverted. Which one are you, stranger?
Well, my ex would say stupid. This may sound crazy, but I've been sent by the Yods. I think.
The Yods? They have abandoned us.
What did you do in this village?
The massive pillars we stand on are filled with different varieties of Helidium, the most precious elements in Adelpha. We used to mine the pillars and extracted the Helidium for our own benefit.
Doesn't look like the mining stopped.
We're now slaves, mining for the invaders' profit. We're too starved and weak to offer any resistance.
I don't know about you, but I'm always grumpy on an empty stomach. How could we enhance the mood around this place?
It's too late. We're as good as reverted.
Who's giving you orders?
Not who, but what. The invaders are machines without essence. Their ever-present drones watch us from above and shoot us when we step out of line. You would think we could deliver enough Helidium to sate their appetite, but no. The more we provide, the more they demand. Not even our animals can escape the misery. Their damn toxic waste poisons our non-noms.
What's the problem with the nom-noms?
Save your questions for the other villagers, stranger. If they start to trust you, perhaps I will trust you as well.
But you're their leader. Shouldn't it be working the other way around?
Former leader. In this San, trust is even more precious than food. If you're sent by the Yods, prove it by helping us. Bring a little faith back to these forsaken lands.
The invaders are filthier than sewer rats.
I'm not sure what you mean, but if you're referring to Damanai, we don't have those filthy rodents in Desan.
Yeah, something like that. For a toxic waste dump, your village looks pretty clean.
The invaders dump all their waste at the foot of the northeast pillar. A steaming junkyard infested by vicious packs of Krakits. I should get rid of this waste, but even with the Outcast back on, I would have a hard time finding any volunteer for early reverting.
I could start by getting rid of the Krakits. Can you describe them to me?
Can you describe fear?
Only vaguely, and we never really met. Let me get rid of yours.
You sound brave. Or brain damaged. Either way, a little toxic radiation shouldn't be a problem for you. If you clean up this mess, Desan will be in your debt. Destroy any toxic barrels you can find.
Hold on. How toxic is toxic? I don't want to glow in the dark. Or maybe I do. That'd be kind of cool. But seriously, what's in it for me?
The invaders are throwing all kinds of useful things in their trash. Help us steal these treasures, and we'll share them with you.
Well, it's not stealing if it comes from the trash. Rule number 1 on the mean streets of Cincinnati.
I can't handle more drama right now. Do you mind keeping your personal tragedy to yourself?
Right. Focus on the trash. I'm out of here. Guiaz, you hear me?
What is it?
The people of Desan are in trouble.
Yes. They're the most isolated village since the Dokas went down. and the invaders are using them to mine the pillars. Their cruelty makes me sick.
People here are suspicious of strangers. I need a way to gain their trust. Any ideas?
The chief is a good Talon. I think the others look up to him. Do what he says, and you should be fine.
But he wants me to talk to the other Talons.
Then talk to them. I'm sure they report back to him. Desan follows a certain code. You need to play by their rules.
All right, I'll try to mingle then. Slate out.
Can we talk? I could use a friend right now.
My friends bring me food. You got something to eat?
I don't, sorry.
We ain't friends then. Now beat it.
Nadul is nice.
What do you mean, nice? Eating Nadul is nice?
What? No, I would never do that.
It's okay. I know some people in Desan who are hungry enough to eat Nadul.
Are you serious? Hunger shouldn't turn them into cannibals.
Relax, it's just Nadul. I've eaten worse things.
But I like Nadul.
You're a weirdo.
Stay frosty.
In the summer? How?
Nope, it's full.
Easy left now. Yay. Hard right coming up. Ooh, left again. Ooh, slow. Now continue straight.
Oh boy, what is this one doing?
Ran out of storage. Wow, smells funny in here. What's up with you?
I'm not here.
Okay, I see you though.
My body's here, but my mind's cruising the metaverse. And we are happy.
Did you smoke something?
Oh, just plants. I wouldn't be a good alchemist if I didn't get silly on my own supply. I'm Draud. What's up?
Desan seems like a tough place to start a greenhouse. Pretty rocky around here.
It's true. I had to diversify my business. I mix my plants with stones, oil, and nom-nom mucus to create bombs and, other products. I'm also brewing my own variety of black lampe. I call it, guar lampe. You might have heard about it.
How strong is this Guarlampe drink?
Ooh, very strong. It'll flip you on your back. Lampe to the max. It won't fix your crushed foot or broken arm, but it will make your stomach as strong as ancient steel, which is a pretty good side effect in a town with no food. After a few shots of Guadalupe, you're able to eat pretty much anything and survive. Bandage broth, rotten croquette steaks, oil dessert, or my all-time favorite, dirt souffle in a work pants sauce.
Sounds disgusting. What does it taste like?
Well, that's the second side effect. Guadalupe makes your taste buds disappear. You don't taste anything at all. And don't get me started on the third side effect. Ooh, yachts, damn.
Let me guess, a massive hangover?
You're funny, dude. You know how Talons have 11 senses, but they can't use their 11th sense until they lose one of their other 10, right? One sense goes away, and boom! It is immediately replaced with the next one in line.
No. What's this 11th sense called?
It's a pretty new find. Couldn't come up with a consensus name yet. We call it 11 for now. It's like feeling the nature of things around you. You start to know stuff you didn't know existed, like where these things are, their exact place in the universe. Like after a few shots of Guadalupe, miners start locating the helidium hidden in the pillars with their minds. It's deep, man.
Wow, that stuff must be pretty popular around here. I'm surprised that you're not brewing it every day.
I'll have to soon. Ever since the invaders took our chamaz, this town's drinking more Guadalupe than ever before. You won't feel the pain if you drink enough, I guess. I ran out of ingredients. I need to restock, fast.
What do you need to brew fresh Guadalupe?
I'm sorry, but no matter how blazed I am, I'm not going to share my secret recipe with anyone. Why do you want to brew it?
I'm thinking about drinking it myself. I could use some of the side effects. Also, I haven't had a real drink in ages.
No offense, dude. You're not a Talon. Who knows what Guadalupe could do to your senses? I don't want you to go blind so you gain something lame, like the ability to talk backwards or something. Don't drink it unless you absolutely need to.
Well, Droud, you can either run out of booze as the revolution grinds to a halt, or you trust me to help. What do you say?
Oh, might as well trust you then. If you get me some Lampe, some Dark H, and the blessing from the LOA Darsham Keeper, I'll brew a new batch. Cool?
Where can I grab some Lampe?
Not in Dasan, that's for sure. The village of Bida has the most famous Lampe. They deliver planet-wide, if you can place an order. Which I can't, because I'm a slave and I'm stuck here.
How much does it cost?
I guess that depends. Does the brewery in Bida still exist? I haven't heard from those guys in a while. You should talk to Marzo over there.
I spoke with Nadul.
Whoa, T. I want the same thing you're taking.
What? You're not making any sense right now.
Says the guy who spoke with dirt. Respect, my friend.
Talk about respect. That's your leader you're talking about.
Whoa, now that's intense. Even for me.
All right, whatever. A Darsham Keeper? Why do you need a blessing to brew a drink?
Oh, dude, Guadalupe is addictive. Talons can get hooked to it just like that. Abuse it too much and you get reverted. A Darsham Keeper has the power to bless every fresh barrel of Guadalupe and remove their lethal effects. Something to do with the LOA essence? Don't ask.
Just when I thought I'd heard the craziest this place has to offer. Do you have anyone in particular in mind?
Go to Palana and ask for, what's his name? Uday. If we're lucky, he's still the LOA Darsham Keeper down there. He knows the drill.
What about Dark Helidium?
Relax, dude. You're spending too much time with Bra. Dark H is an essential ingredient in alchemy. I use it in almost everything I create, so don't hesitate to bring more.
Oh, boy. What's wrong with the Nom-Noms this time?
They got shot, man. Talons have shamazes, but these poor creatures don't have Zorp, so they just die.
There must be a cure. Can't you come up with something?
No, I wouldn't know where to start. But I heard rumors about a nut job, some kind of beast whisperer who fixes animals. I forget which village he's in. Since no one in Desan's been able to solve this, you might want to try your luck with him. Zanat mentioned him a couple times. Maybe he could tip you off.
Should I bring the vet here once I find him?
Not sure what a vet is, but no tourist would last more than a moon working those pillars. If you bring me the recipe of a cure and its ingredients, I could certainly whip something up for you. I'll even test it on myself first. I love new experiences.
Have a good trip.
Oh, don't mind if I do. Woohoo!
One more. Out of the way, and Nom Nom should be fine. Got a special delivery for you.
Let me see.
What's up, pal?
You must be taking me for somebody else. My name is Brahm, not Pal.
You're right. I'm being too familiar. The name is Cutter Slade.
Cutting what now?
What do you do here?
What do I do? Well, I studied mine engineering in Procreana and rose through the ranks to become the head of quarry operations here in Desan. But now I work the pillars for Helidium, so the invaders don't shoot me. Fun.
Do you know Nadul?
Kind of. Why?
So can we talk?
About?
Yeah, you like Nadul?
Not really, no. You got some gross thoughts in your head, funny one. Can we move on?
Okay. Why do you work for the invaders?
What choice I got? Don't know how many alien invasions you got in your neck of the woods, stranger, but this one sucks, okay? Every Talon here is forced to collect the smaller crystals that they can't dig with their monster machines. Try to run, you get reverted. Try to fight, you get reverted. Or worse, made their prisoner for a while until you get reverted.
Why are the invaders taking prisoners?
Hard to tell. Maybe they want to scare us into working harder. They keep the prisoners alive. I know that.
How do you know that?
Look, every second I talk to you, I'm not working. And if the drones see me not working, you're gonna talk to my Hazardesk next time.
So, drones are terrorizing Desan.
Sure. You can call it terrorizing. You'd be terrorized too if you saw what they did to my friends.
I could shoot a few down if it helps.
Be my guest. Those damn drones are shooting at the Talan and the Nom-Noms without any discrimination. I don't even know how McCann can still... Okay, enough said. I have to get back to work.
Baram from Sapa told me we should talk.
Sorry, stranger, I haven't set 3 toes in Sapa. Don't know no Baram.
You're wrong, right? Baram said you studied engineering together in Procreana.
You got the wrong Brahm. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta get back to work.
You know anything about making bombs?
Now, that's a peculiar question.
Yeah, I messed around with explosives before the invasion, carving out mining tunnels in one of the pillars. But the tunnel was threatening the integrity of the structure, so our former chief canceled the project.
Your former chief? You mean Nadul?
Nadul? What a funny thing to say. You messing with me?
See ya.
I'm standing right here. Of course you see me.
Yo! Okay, that sounded the opposite of cool.
I don't have the patience to learn new words today. Sorry, friend.
What is it this time?
The freaking drones. They shot at the nom-noms. Some of them are in critical condition. God damn it.
No disrespect, but nom-noms are kind of weaklings, aren't they?
They're my bread and butter. That's what they are. I don't know if you had a look around, but there is no bread and no butter in Dasan. Soon there won't be any nom-noms either.
All right, I'll blast any drone I can find then.
No! The most urgent thing is to find a way to heal the nom-noms. Can you ask around the village for any kind of cure? I can't do it. I owe Zorkins to basically everyone here.
Yeah, how can you run a race without drones noticing?
They got flight patterns you can work around. But even if there were no drones, I couldn't organize a race.
What do you need to set up a nom-nom race?
You can't organize a race without a shamans and healthy nom-noms.
I'm looking for a guy who used to run races here in Dasan. Did a little gambling on the side. Ring a bell?
Depends. Who wants to know?
Well, I do.
You do? I don't know you, stranger. Maybe Makan took a long walk off a tall pillar. Maybe he's my second cousin, twice removed.
I didn't mention his name. So you're Makan.
I didn't say I was. Maybe I only heard of him, just like you did.
Stay frosty.
In the summer? How?
Nadul.
You're talking to me?
I don't see any other Nadul here.
I'm sorry. You're funny. And strange.
By strange, I assume you mean mysterious with roguish good looks.
No. More like funny in a strange way. Which is good. We don't have a lot of fun in Dasan. It's refreshing. The villagers agree, so let's talk.
So, what's bugging your nom-noms?
Nom-noms are born under the sea with a small amount of levitating gas inside them. As they grow, the gas gland grows, allowing them to rise out of the sea and float into the sky. When they get old, they go up until they disappear into the moons. I read a scroll once explaining how nom-noms process elements from their environment to produce the levitating gas.
That's a lot of precise information there, Chief. Are you saying the toxic air in the junkyard is poisoning the nom-noms?
Yes. The junkyard is killing them slowly. The waste must be cleaned and someone has to get rid of the toxic barrels down there. But it's infested with Krakits, so there's only so much I can do.
Why do you care so much about nom-noms anyway?
Nom-noms were part of something that defined the spirit of this village. If you want to know more, go find Makan and ask him.
So about that scroll you read, the nom-nom scroll, did that happen to come from the Dano library in Procreana? I'm collecting scrolls for this old librarian, Kurag. Guy can't hear a thing.
It did come from Procreana, but...
Look, I'm only collecting them so good old Kureg can rebuild the library.
I borrowed it moons ago.
I'm well aware of the late fees, and I can imagine it's not raining Zorkins in Desan, so I'm not gonna squeeze you, Nadul. Relax.
Okay. If you help me clean the junkyard, I'll return part of the scroll.
Part of the scroll? Why not the whole scroll?
I only have that part left. I ate the other part. That's how hungry we are around here.
Oh boy. Okay, I guess that'll do. What's up with the nom-noms?
Some of them got shut up so badly, they can't be used for Zork. Yo damned invaders are so cruel. Why don't they let those poor animals be?
Can you patch them up?
Me? Are you serious? How would I do that?
There's gotta be someone who can fix them, right?
Maybe Draud could come up with some kind of cure. One time, we all got worms eating rotten morax, and Draud made a cream to rub on our...
Whoa, TMI, Nadul. I'll go talk to him.
TMI? Is that what you call the worms in your...
TMI means too much information. I got it. I'll talk to Draud. I can help you with your little recycling issue, but I'll need you to scratch my back too, Chief.
Massages were never my thing. You wouldn't like the rugged fingers of a miner on your back, trust me. We'll share whatever treasure we...
Yeah, sure. I'll take a scrap or two, but I mean, can you use your authority to make your people trust me? They need to know we're fighting on the same team.
There are many ways for a stranger to become popular in Desan. Ask Makan about the non-nom races.
Way to blow off my question, Nadul. I was asking you.
Oh, and one more thing. This is very important. Tell Makan that Gamak sent you.
Huh? Who is Gamak?
I am. I gave you a fake name until I could trust you. Nadul is not even a Talan name. It's what you dig out of your ears with your longest nail.
You got me going around town talking about ear gunk? This is not over, Chief.
Just tell Makan you spoke with Gamak, okay? Say the phrase Carmelia Makan. He'll open up to you.
What do you use Helidium for?
For a lot of things. Talans haven't discovered all the uses of Helidium yet, and maybe they never will. It is said that the ancients left Adelpha without a complete knowledge of Helidium, and they occupied this planet much longer than we have.
That must be the reason why the invaders are occupying your planet, too. They're after Helidium's secret powers.
Some are known. Helidium can hurt, it can heal, it can make your life a dream or a nightmare. Talk to Brahm. He is our Helidium expert. Say to him the words, Carmelia Brahm. He'll understand.
Can you give me that scroll? Kureg needs it for his library.
Okay. If you help me clean the junkyard...
Oh boy. So long, Nadul.
It's still funny.
Carmelia, Brahm.
And to you, friend.
Nadul told me to say that. What does it mean?
That's a good one.
Why do the invaders take prisoners? They must be using them for something.
I was one of them, but I didn't stay long enough to figure out why they were keeping me alive. It seems the drones can't see the difference between one Talan and the other. Heck, they even shoot the nom-noms. Well, I just had to change my clothes to avoid being caught again.
Did you communicate with the invaders?
I tried to, but I couldn't figure out their language. They sound like Twanhas copulating in a mud pit. You never forget that sound.
If you got out, others can too.
Well, not without a little help.
But we can't give any because if we show a hint of rebellion, poof, reverted by drone fire. It's too risky. That being said, I see you're carrying some fancy weaponry. You could serve the revolution and free our people. That would make you the ultimate badass.
How do you know I'm not the ultimate badass already? I sure as hell am busy enough.
If every prisoner memorizes the plan of his outpost, we could easily steal from the bases later on. I could lead the operation, and we'd share our loot with you. If you work with us, that is.
Oh, wow. Talan Ops. That's got some heft. Okay, I'm in. I can use some of the Helidium they're keeping, plus some other goodies.
Release the prisoners, and we have a deal. There's a cell in every outpost around the sand. We'll send them back to loot the bases for you as part of the Talan Ops.
So you're some kind of rebel, and working for the invaders is your cover.
Sure is. They're not suspecting a thing. We keep delivering the H to their bases. But each time we remember the doors, the storage rooms, waiting for the right time to strike back. The invaders caught me once, though.
What did you do?
I was in the middle of sabotaging one of their drones. Not a fun time. I thought they were gonna revert me. They threw me in one of their cells instead.
How do you feel about the invaders taking over Dasan?
How do I feel? I feel we need to fight these bastards before they revert us all. I know a way to do it.
What's that?
Stealth. I know how to sneak into their bases without getting caught. I even mapped some of their outposts in my head. They stole everything from us. We can do the same to them without being noticed.
Anything I should know about Draud?
Draud burned his brain out on experimental substances. Don't worry if he seems a bit loopy. He's one of the finest alchemists on Adelpha, and one of Okastok's official suppliers.
Okastok? Sounds like Woodstock. Not that I've ever been there.
Is Woodstock a sexy festival? Because Draud's a real doctor of love.
The drone patrol's a problem.
They're a bunch of armored killers in the sky. Yeah, I think they're a problem. Take them down if you can. It will help our revolution.
Oh, you do know Baram from Sapa, don't you?
Of course I do. How's old Baram doing?
Busy with Sapa's uprising. He's got a great plan. Using Ventilopes to drop bombs from the sky. Only thing he's missing is the bombs.
Does sound like a great plan. I think our village has everything you need to manufacture bombs.
And you never thought about using bombs against your oppressors?
What would we do with them? Kick the explosive jars at the invaders like we're playing foot rock? At least Sapa has the Ventilopes, so we could coordinate with them. For a price.
How much are we talking about?
Too early to tell. Don't want to put the carriage before the Twanha. First, let's see if we can make a bomb without blowing ourselves up.
Baram told me you know a thing or two about bombs.
Well, I can slap together a jar and a detonation system, but a bomb would still need explosive powder. Explosive powder just happens to be one of Draud's recipes. So you should probably ask him. Tell him you spoke to both Gamak and myself, and we trust you. Or better yet, just greet him with the phrase, Carmelia Draud. He's part of the revolution.
Gamak seems to care a lot about nom-noms. Do you know why?
Gamak and Makan used to make a lot of Zorkins together. Makan was organizing nom-nom races, and Gamak was one of his first champions. Now the nom-noms are sick, and the races can't happen. No race, no fun, no reward. It's a big hit for both of them, and for Dasan's morale in general.
isn't stealing from the invaders dangerous?
Not if we're properly organized. It won't happen in one moon. We are committed.
Who's we?
More than half the population of Desan are rebels, waiting for the right time to strike. And you're talking to their leader.
Have you been stealing anything?
My Talan ops are on it, but there's been setbacks.
What can your Talan ops do for me?
Nothing yet. They need to drink Guadalampe, and Draud's barrels are dry.
What do you mean?
Guadalampe gives us a bit of a, what do you call it? 11th sense. Sensing the exact location of the loot is the best way to operate. Draud can explain this better than I can, but here's what you'll get from me. Our 11th sense is how I've managed to optimize the work in Desan. You feel the kind of Heligium you're looking for, and just go right for it. Boom.
Talans usually have 10 senses?
Of course. How many do you got?
Me? The same. The same. Why would I have less senses than you guys? Thanks, Brom. I'm heading out.
I'll be here if you need me.
What the hell is this? Hey, what happened?
Turned my house into a giant bong. Definitely not the trip I signed up for.
Tell me the original idea then.
I was trying a new recipe with Tickin Meptar and Sort. That stuff is so unstable. Look at all that smoke. I couldn't see a thing.
A thick smoke screen. That's it. Draud, could you do this again? Or no, even better. Could you create some kind of smoking projectile?
What's the point? The smoke doesn't get you high, bro.
Brahms Talan Ops could use smoking grenades to create a diversion. No one would see their little robbery operation.
Carmelet, Draud.
And to you, my friend.
You told me you had a plan to make those smoke grenades I told you about.
Yeah, smoke grenades. I got most of the necessary ingredients, but I still need ticking Meptar. I need it fresh, and it doesn't stay fresh very long. Can you get some? Oh, and Bugats. The more Bugats you can find, the better.
You mentioned ticking Meptar. What is that?
It's a vegetable, growing at the top of the northeast pillar. Once it's cut, ticking Meptar loses its nutrients very fast, so you have to glide your way back here, bingo bango, or you just end up with a useless plant.
Where can I find these Bugats?
They grow in a forest south of Emia. These mushrooms are explosive, dude, literally. So tread softly when you get near them.
You ever make explosive powder?
You don't want to eat that.
I won't. Brom's making some bombshells to send to Sapa. He just needs something to fill them with.
Okay, sure. Revolutions are cool, and the moons of the flowers revolution are way behind us. I'm down for something stronger. But to make the bombs go boom, I'll need Bugats.
What's a Bugat?
What's a Bugat? The mushroom, dude. Come on. Oh, I also need dark Helidium. A lot of it. Ask Brom about the old Dark Age. He'll complain, but just tell him I need it. My latest creation is kicking in. I'm off my nips. Is my mouth still on my face?
Oh boy. See you next time.
And the time after that, my friend.
I'm full. Can't take any more. At least for now.
Hi, Nadul.
This joke isn't funny anymore. It's starting to hurt my reputation.
I'm sorry about that, Nadul.
I cleaned the junkyard. Wow. Never thought I'd say those words. What a day I'm having.
You destroyed the toxic barrels. You defeated the Krakeets. Your father would be proud.
Yeah. I mean, for the Kraken's part. Don't publicize the toxic barrels too much. You get yourself a name doing that, and next thing you know, people are expecting you to clean their toilets, or worse. Not my favorite gigs. Are the Nom-Noms healing?
It's a process, but yes. They can live long, healthy lives, as long as the drones don't show up to shoot at them. That's a whole different issue.
Can you give me that scroll? Kureg needs it for his library.
Can I keep it a little bit longer?
So you can eat the whole thing? No way.
All right, then. Here you go.
Thanks, Nadul. Thanks for your time, Chief. I'm gonna have a look around.
Carmelia, brave one.
Hello, Kureg.
I'm writing a fascinating scroll about the Galenta. As soon as I'm done, I'm going to shove it in Rifar's face and remember his reaction for the rest of my life.
Another shot of straight-up wisdom. Back in the library.
Fizz is dumb? I always thought he was, but he reverted before I could tell him to his face.
Wisdom.
The only true wisdom is knowing you know nothing. Well, I know a little more than you, but you get the picture. Here's another page of Asio's research.
Another scroll, Kureg.
No, it's not. That's a scroll. Are you blind? Here's your payment. A page of Asio's research.
See you later.
It's not that early.
Hi, Refar.
Do you have anything for me?
I got these notes from Kureg. It wasn't easy.
Thank you. This is all very useful for my research. I won't credit Kureg for his help, though. It's all me. And, you, of course. I'll mention you in a footnote.
See you, Refar.
Of course you see me. We both have eyes.
Temple time.
Activate second mechanical lock to open the door.
what? spotted me. Who ordered the sauna? Ooh, cool temple.
see that? And the motion. You're locked onto me. Oh, come on! How you like that? New weapon module. Nice. It's stuck. Fancy weapon module. Cool. No more sauna for today, my friend. You want to get out of here?
Yods, yes. My name is Aribald, a humble pilgrim seeking beauty in this world. Herax sent me to the volcano thinking I would enjoy it. I didn't. However, my Fey essence learned a valuable lesson. If your heart is a volcano, don't expect flowers to bloom there.
Your poetry really warms my heart. Hey, how's it going?
Ah, good moon, pilgrim. My name is Unback.
What do you do here?
Ah, marvelous question. I've been asking myself that for moons now. Basically, I wait.
You wait?
I wait. One of these moons, my master Yolo will revert, and I will succeed him as keeper of the Ganda Darusham. Until then, I'm just an apprentice, and a very patient one.
What is this place?
This is Palana. Our town is built on the roots of the Essence Vine, which makes it a sacred destination for every Talan wishing to revert with dignity.
I heard it through the Essence Vine. That would make a great cover.
Ah, that was a joke. It's okay, these are difficult times for everyone. If you came to Palana for guidance, you can talk to our Master of Ceremonies, Hirax, at your risk and peril.
But Hirax ain't the cuddly type?
He's seen better moons. A Master of Ceremonies in a time of no ceremonies is a Master of none. If he starts telling you stories about the Umgan Cave, be polite and nod, but don't go there.
I'm not sure what the Umgan Cave is.
Umgan was the first keeper of the Ganda Darasham, hundreds of thousands of moons before my time. It is said that Umgan didn't revert in Palana, but in a cave that was named after him.
Who's saying that?
Hirax. He tells the tale to pilgrims who are seeking Ganda guidance. It is true that the Umgand Cave is a sacred landmark, but...
What are you trying to say?
Every time Hirax tells the tale, he changes the location of the cave. Doing so, he sends those poor pilgrims on wild krakit chases. The latest one, a local fellow, hasn't been seen in 100 moons.
Show me where he was sent to and I'll take a look.
How the odds would I know? You'll have to ask Hirax for that.
You want your boss gone, huh? Is Yolo a jerk?
No, we're all very fond of Yolo. You won't find a quieter Talan in all of Adelpha. I don't remember the last time anyone heard his voice.
Okay, some beast ripped his throat out or something?
Oh, no. He started meditating a few cycles ago, and hasn't moved ever since. Not even a wiggle of a toe.
Maybe I can make him move.
Go easy on him. Yolo's bones are more fragile than the most ancient scrolls.
Mr. Darasham Keeper, sir. Do you hear me? Anyone in there? Yo, man. Young people talk like that where I'm from.
Yo-Man was my great-great-grandfather, and he was still younger than Yolo when he crossed the Fey Darasham.
I was checking on your boss, Yolo, and I think you're right. Disco is more active than this guy, and trust me, Disco is pretty dead.
Oh, no. Yolo has willingly entered a deep meditative state to save his strength for the moon of his reversion.
Well, can't you give him a push into the Darasham? Just a little help with the final mile, you know?
I can wait. I'm still young, and when the Darasham is finally restored, we'll see what happens.
Where's this Ganda Darasham? And how do I get its magic back?
The Ganda Darasham is in the sacred cave. But to experience its holy power, the Ganda essence must be restored.
Seems I'm the best restorer you got. What should I do?
The invaders are destroying our trees and stealing our wood. If they damage the root of the essence vine, God's almighty, we lose everything.
Do they have a center of operations? We need to hit them where it hurts.
Their extraction facility is nearby. I can show you the way.
All right. After I smash their toothpick factory, you'll be back to sending hazardesses to the afterlife?
Ah. Not exactly. We would still need the Ganda Codex, a powerful artifact that connects the earthly location of the Darasham with the spiritual dimension of the Yods.
I've already found it. The Ganda Codex? I'm afraid I need a crash course on that.
Clearly, you are not a pilgrim. Once per cycle, the 4 codexes representing each of the 4 essences are brought back to their respective temples. There, a ritual is performed so the Yods can replenish the power of the codex, and it is returned to the Darasham for another cycle. Easy to understand, yes?
No, but why isn't your codex in Polana?
Rumbar's orders. He said a codex is safer in its temple, where the Yods can protect them instead of us.
I found the Ganda Codex. Will it restart the Darasham?
Only Yalo and Hirax can know for sure. Have you peeked inside?
Yeah, it was glowing with this green energy.
A very good sign. I will let Hirax know. Thank you so much for your service.
Well, Umbak, the invader's base is down. You got your codex back. Think it's time to take Yalo's place as the Darasham keeper?
Wait until he hears the good news. Come with me.
The roots of the Essence Vine should be safe now that the extraction is on hold.
The invaders have stopped. This is a miracle.
That and a bit of a fight, but it's done. The invaders are going to be busy with repairs for a while.
Marvelous. Yalo will be so excited about the news.
Even more excited than he is now, you mean? Wild. Take it easy, Umbak.
Easy. Yes, very good.
Yot Ganda, welcome this proud Talon to your realm. Let his essence return to where it originated, for that's the cycle of eternal reversion.
It's open house day at the Ganda Darasham. Who wants a one-way ticket to eternity? For me. Oh, come on. How do you like that? Nice. Open sesame.
It's you!
Can you show me where the Umgan cave is?
Very funny. Did Unback tell you to ask about it?
Look, I don't need the real location. I'll just go with the one you gave to that poor pilgrim that got lost.
I'll show you where it is. Tell him I'm sorry, if he's still alive.
See you later.